Well, hello, everyone. Good evening. Welcome to another broadcast of Quincy High School Blue Devil basketball. Coming at you on all your WGEM streaming platforms, on your smart TV app, news app, WGEM.com, you name it. It's great to be with you on another Friday night of Western Big Six Conference action. Brock Hampsmeyer here. I've got Lindsay Fisher alongside as she'll be running camera for you and providing some of the commentary along the way as well, as we are coming at you from the Panther Den here in the Quad Cities, East Moline United Township High School, as the Panthers get set to take on the Blue Devils. United Township comes into this game with a record of 9-5 overall. They're 3-1 in the Western Big Six. The Blue Devils are 3-9 overall and 1-3 in conference play. This broadcast brought to you in part by Quincy Medical Group Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. And we will get to some keys to the game, a pregame stat sheet, and more along the way. So stick with us. We've got plenty to get into as we get you ready for the Blue Devil action right here on WGEM.
1, 2, buckle my shoe.
3, 4, doors and more. 5, 6, per via pick. 7, 8, windows are great.
9, 10, do it again.
Doors and more. What's the more?
Windows!
Do you enjoy the food here? Enjoy? It's an all-you-can-cluck buffet. Hey, back off! That's mine! Not fighting, just the pecking order. Do you ever get a little hard to handle?
They say hold your horses. Good luck holding me back when dinner's served. Those other animals are suckers. They only eat feed. I eat pellets and also the bag it came in. Twice the flavor.
Don't miss these savings during our Feed Frenzy sale. See all these deals and more right now at farmandhomesupply.com.
If you've been in a motor vehicle accident, contact McCleary Law.
There was nowhere to go. We were on a bridge.
All of a sudden, a guy started going over in our lane and hit us head on.
I couldn't even breathe. It was just unbelievable that it even happened.
We needed to get a hold of an attorney, and our first thoughts was to get a hold of Dan McCleary. Everything's pretty easy when you deal with Dan.
He got us way more than we expected to get.
We don't charge anything until we win your case. Call McCleary Law.
1 in 8.
1 in 8. 1 in 8.
1 in 8.
I am 1 in 8.
1 in 8 women in the U.S. will be diagnosed with breast cancer. Our specialists in Quincy and Hannibal are here so you receive exceptional care, close to home. From industry-leading early detection technology to clinical research and oncology care, we're here to stop cancer from getting in the way. Blessing Health, with you every step of the way.
You know, you make a better door than a window.
Actually, we make both. Doors and more. What's the more?
Back in the Quad Cities, getting you set for the Blue Devils and the Panthers in Western Big Six Conference action. Let's get into your pregame stat sheet brought to you by Tri-City Sports. Customize your team with Tri-City Sports. Give them a call, 217-224-2489. They're located at 535 Main Street, downtown Quincy. So far in Western Big Six play for these two teams this season, the Blue Devils just 1-3. They dropped their first 3 in conference play. Losses at Rock Island by 75-45 score. At Geneseo, 68-59, and then lost at home to Sterling, 63-37 before picking up a win over at Galesburg back on December 19th, 45-41. So they'll try to make it consecutive conference wins here this evening, their first Western Big Six game in 2026. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, they've got wins over Alleman, Galesburg, and Geneseo. Their one conference loss was a close one to Moline, 40-37. Head-to-head, Lindsay, between these two, Quincy has dominated in recent years. They've won 9 consecutive meetings head-to-head against the Panthers and 25 of the last 28. So, that paints a pretty picture. However, we know this, of course, is a much different Blue Devil team than we've seen for many years now. Younger, inexperienced. They're off to a 3-9 start. Meanwhile, the Panthers, pretty experienced group. They've got a big senior class, led by the big man, 6'6" senior Octavius Hickman. You've also got Tucker Speckman, a senior forward, and Josiah Massey, all returning starters from a year ago. So, once again, it seems like it's been a theme all season long. This young Blue Devil team going up against more experienced varsity squads.
Yeah, I mean, right when I got the roster, I circled there's six or seven seniors on here, and the two you see is a 6'8", 6'6" center and forward, Morrow and Hickman. I mean, they're going to have their hands full with those two, but let's see if he goes with Woodson and Lepper again in the starting lineup, see if he can two towers, guard 2 towers here.
Yeah, no, that will be interesting to see how Andy Douglas, coach of the Blue Devils, plays that one. That takes us right into your keys to the game. Once again, those along with this broadcast brought to you in part by Quincy Medical Group, Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. And you already hit on one right there. The matchup in the paint, you mentioned 6'8" junior Joseph Morrow, 6'6" senior Octavius Hickman for the Panthers. I will say this, though, because I've seen him the last couple of years now at the varsity level. Hickman's a guy who, he's a big kid, but he actually likes to float out and shoot threes a little bit more than he likes to post up down low. So that might actually help Quincy out a little bit. We know that Brennan Lepper has shown that ability as well. He likes to step out and shoot the three. So does Thomas Woodson Jr. for that matter. They're actually two of the better three-point shooters on the team this year for Quincy. So I say it's a matchup in the paint, but it also could be a matchup from the perimeter as well.
Yeah, I mean, your nightmare down low in the paint, but then you also got to worry about they're shooting outside the three-point line. So it's like, shoot, do I go out and guard them on the three-point line, or I stay low and do I post them up in the paint? So I guess we'll see what Douglas is going to do to cover Hickman and Morrow.
Talking with Coach Douglas on the Devil's Details show earlier this week, he talked about, and we talked about the Panthers going back, and even now the last few years under Coach Andy Say. They do shoot a lot of threes. They also like to hit you with back cuts. They're going to go backdoor a lot. So discipline on defense. You talk about going out on the shooters. That's one part of it. But if you're over aggressive, they're going to go backdoor on you.
Yep.
So this Blue Devil defense is going to have to stay disciplined here tonight.
Yep. I mean, don't jump. Stay on your ground. Stay on your feet. Should be a good game.
The Panthers do have a tendency to play somewhat low-scoring games, so that's the other thing here. Who can get out and run a little bit? Who can get some points in transition in what I expect to be a somewhat low-scoring game? Any easy points that you can get could be key for this one, too.
Yeah, you said that Moline game. That Moline game was very low-scoring, especially for Moline. So if UT kept Moline to only 40 points, who knows what they're going to do tonight, so...
Yeah, I would agree. So that's some of your keys for this one, and we'll get to your starting lineups and get you ready for the action here in the Quad Cities tonight. Good to be back with you in the new year for the 2026 portion of this Blue Devil basketball season, and it is Western Big Six action here on your Friday night. We'll be back with those lineups and get things started right after this here on WGEM.
Happiness starts with a smile, and Advanced Dental Care gives you more reasons to smile. Passion, focus, precision. At Advanced Dental Care, quality care is our commitment to you. Whether it's your first visit or a routine checkup, get the care you deserve. Choose Advanced Dental Care, where we offer comprehensive dental care and orthodontic services for children and adults. Comfortable, compassionate care. ADVDentalCare.com. 4561 Main Street. Schedule your appointment today. New patients welcome. At Advanced Dental Care, we'll make you smile.
Top 5 reasons you should choose
Blessing Raymond College.
Small classes, peer tutoring, and lots of personal attention.
Financial aid opportunities, including grants, scholarship, and loan forgiveness.
Successful outcomes, from pass rates to job placement.
Hands-on learning, clinical experience at multiple sites, and no wait list.
The Simulation Center.
Master clinical skills in the state-of-the-art facility.
Be ready for anything.
What are you waiting for?
Enroll with Blessing Raymond College today.
Comfort. It's a basic necessity. It can be a treat, a cozy place. Often, it's each other. It's something we feel, feeling comfortable. Since 1955, Peters Heating and Air, along with Carrier, has kept comfort in stock. We know that, in good times or bad, one of the most inherent things we ask for is this simple feeling. That's something we'll always provide and preserve. Turn to the experts, Carrier and Peters Heating and Air.
I'm Natalie Will. Every month I have the honor of surprising an amazing teacher with a WGEM Golden Apple Award. Now, I need your help finding the next honoree. Students, parents, if there's a teacher making a difference in your life, nominate them at WGEM.com. Let's celebrate the teachers who inspire us every day. Nominate your teacher for the WGEM Golden Apple Awards.
The WGEM Golden Apple Awards, sponsored by Hy-Vee, Towpro, and State Street Bank.
We are back here at the Panther Den in East Moline, United Township High School. Again, Quincy has dominated this head-to-head matchup in recent years. They've won 9 straights, but this is a year, again, with this young Blue Devil squad, Lindsay, that a lot of these Western Big Six teams are looking to get back at this Blue Devil team that has been handing out some lumps over the last few years in conference play, and this, I think, it certainly qualifies here tonight, especially on the Panthers' home floor, that they're looking to end that streak and get things back where they want them to go. We'll see if this young Quincy squad can find a way to keep some of these streaks alive that they've had over the recent years in conference play.
Yeah, I think the Western Big Six has always been competitive, so just looking at these teams beating QHS now, they're probably looking at them and thinking, wow, we're getting a chance to beat this Blue Devil team.
We're going to have national anthem here in just a couple of moments. If you might have picked up on the fact during the pregame show here, we're in fairly close vicinity to the pep band here tonight in the balcony of the Panther Den. So whenever they play, you're going to hear them. Let's put it that way. And a little bit of a pregame recognition there. Not sure what the holdup is here. There we go. And now your national anthem by the UT Pep Band. Your national anthem, brought to you by the United Township Pep Band, and we will get ready to meet the starters for tonight's action. They're already posted on the scoreboard here. Now we meet the Blue Devils. And a change in the starting lineup by Andy Douglas, inserting 6'2 senior Avion Tate into the starting lineup tonight for the first time this season. The other four are the same as we've seen much of this season so far. 5'9 freshman Parker Douglas, 5'11 sophomore Joels Clausell, 6'2 freshman Tim Griffith, and the 6'7 freshman Brennan Lepper. Blue Devils 3-9, 1-3 in the Western Big Six. Head coach Andy Douglas in his 12th year at his alma mater. 231 wins and 93 losses as Blue Devils head coach. And now they bring the Panther statue out to midcourt here at the Panther Den, of course. And they'll get ready to introduce the starters for UT. Head coach Andy Say. 9-5 overall, 3-1 in Western Big Six play. They go number one, a 5'9 junior, Leo Sim. Number two is a 6'2 junior, Jordan Massey. Number 11 is a 6' senior, the older brother, Josiah Massey. Number 30, a 6' senior, Tyler Horvath. And the big man that we mentioned earlier, number 50, 6'6 senior, Octavius Hickman. The starters for the Panthers. Lindsay, you got one of those Panther statues at home, don't you?
Oh, yeah, for sure. It's chilling in my basement.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, he's even got the red eyes.
Yeah, I know. I saw when they brought him out.
I missed that. It's actually kind of cool.
I would say that's pretty unique.
I've seen that thing before, but I don't remember it having lit up eyes in years past.
Yeah, I would say it must be a new one. Yeah.
All right. Blue Devils and Panthers. Recent history, it's been all Quincy. Panthers want to flip that script here tonight to start 2026. Lepper wins the tip. And we are underway here in the Quad Cities. Clausell trying to start the half-court offense under some man-to-man pressure. High post here to Lepper. Looking inside at Tate, can't get it there. Skips it opposite instead to Griffith. Just underway here. Baseline drive. They lost it out of bounds, and they're going to say it's a turnover as Clausell lost the handle. And Quincy turns it over on their opening possession. Now here come the Panthers. Right towards us and into your living room or wherever you're watching this back home. Open three on the left wing is in and out. Missed there by Massey, and we head the other way. Actually, that was Sim, excuse me. In the paint, Lepper double teamed in the post, kicks it out. Nothing doing there from Griffith. Panthers are going to play aggressive, in your pocket man-to-man. Here's a high-low look, and Tate catches but can't finish. Got his own rebound, goes to the reverse and misses that as well. Good look, just couldn't execute. Now the other way. There's the big man stepping out for three. Hickman airballs it. As mentioned, he will step out there and shoot that. But nowhere near on that one, and we're still scoreless. 6:46 to go in the opening quarter. A little full court pressure here by the Panthers and a steal. And it is Horvath with the steal and bucket for our first points of the night. A couple of early Blue Devil turnovers. Clausell drives and draws the contact. He'll shoot two. First foul of the night goes on UT. And it's on Horvath, who just scored that first bucket. And now picks up the first foul of the night. Joels Clausell to the free throw line for Quincy. 61% on the season and gets that first one to go to get Quincy on the board. 6.5 to go in the opening quarter. And the lefty shooter misses that one. Rebound Hickman. Sim just lost the handle in transition. Tate dives to the floor, but then he gives it right back. Quincy switching on the perimeter. Massey drove into traffic. Now he's stuck, able to get rid of it. Both Masseys touch it here. Drive into traffic and a near steal. Good hustle by Parker Douglas to knock it away. Can already kind of see here early, Lindsay, that both these teams defensively are going to make it tough on the other. I say that, and then Josiah Massey.
Well, the thing I want to point out is Sim and Parker Douglas are very common in size, so I want to see how both guards will face off, really.
Lepper steps out for three, no. Offensive rebound, and Tate gets the lay-in for the first Blue Devil field goal. And timeout called by UT, I believe, Coach Shea.
As I was saying, Douglas and Sim, they're both gritty players. They've both almost gotten turnovers from just playing defense. They stick a hand in there, and they play great defense. So far already, those two short guards have done a great job putting pressure on the offense.
Once again, this first quarter of action brought to you by Refreshment Services Pepsi. Yeah, just hard-nosed man-to-man here tonight so far, and expect that most of the way. 5:39 to go, opening quarter. Panthers called that timeout, and now they bring it up after the bucket by Tate. Makes it a 1-point Panthers lead. And this is Max Colgan. He just checked in, a senior, off the bench for UT. Step back on the baseline. Rattles in and out for Josiah Massey. Quincy now off the rebound. Fossell, he'll pull up for three. No. And we got a whistle on the rebound. That's going to be on the Panthers. And it's on Horvath. That's his second. And he'll come out, and Hickman comes right back in after a short breather. You've also got, there's your guy, 6'8 junior, number 44, Joseph Morrow. So they got two bigs on the floor now for the Panthers.
Yeah, Morrow looks long. I mean, you got Hickman, he's a bigger, wider guy. And then you got Morrow is just a big
And a good take. Baseline by Tim Griffith for two. He drove right past the 6'8 Morrow. And Blue Devils out in front now, and now Griffith went for the steal up top, and he's called for the reach-in. He'll get the first foul of the night for Quincy. So first lead now for Quincy on that drive by Griffith. Griffith now contests and able to force a miss by Hickman at the rim. Fossell dribbles through traffic. Now Griffith, again, defended by Morrow, nearly threw it away. 4.5 to go, first quarter. Griffith dribbles to the top. Now he'll just pull up and fire and left it short. Offensive rebound, Tate again. And he's tied up. And that will give the possession back to the Panthers, but that's the third time already that Tate has gotten on the offensive glass.
I would say his start here tonight started off pretty good. He's even gotten some close bunnies down low there. Some of them haven't gone in, but he's playing really aggressive so far.
Into the starting lineup for the first time this season for Coach Douglas is Avion Tate, the senior. Griffith fell down on defense, now hustles out. Hangs on the ball screen there. Quincy doing a pretty good job here, under 4 to play in the first quarter. Hickman high-low, and that's where they use that size. And Morrow gets the bucket down low. Panthers back in front. Griffith wanted to hand it off. Now gets it to Clausell. He goes baseline. Tried to feed it to Tate, but it's knocked away. And it'll stay with Quincy as Panthers rotating 7 guys in and out here. Colgan checking back in, and now Jordan Massey will get a breather. Lobbed into Lepper. Spins into the paint, kicks it out. Griffith mishandled, and now gives it back up top. Lepper steps out, down low. Tate, he couldn't handle it. They had it, just didn't connect. That's the 4th Quincy turnover, and we know that's been an issue so far this season.
Quincy saw UT do a little high-low, so then Lepper's like, I got an idea, and tried himself. It's just mishandled, but great look.
There it is again, but Hickman fired that one too strong off the backboard. Here comes Douglas now on the second UT turnover. Now cutting baseline, Tate runs into a double team. Got nearly stripped, got it back, and able to kick it out. Clausell, that's a deep 3. Splashdown. Big 3-pointers are brought to you by your local State Farm agent, Charles Schultz. 48th and Broadway, Quincy, and that puts the Devils back up by 2. And there's Tate trying to deal with the 6'8" Morrow down low, and he's going to get called for the hold.
I'm just waiting for them to switch on defense and Parker to guard Hickman or Morrow. That's going to be a size difference.
Yeah, hopefully poor Parker Douglas doesn't get stuck on that.
Switched on defense, yeah. If I was him, I'd just be like, nope, switch right back.
And now it's Freiberg who just checked in. He tries to draw the charge, pulled the chair out, and Morrow misses. Long pass ahead. Griffith, did he step out? Yeah, he did. And Quincy getting a little too aggressive that time and leads to turnover number 5. 2:20 to go, first quarter. Devils are up by 2, though.
Hickman playing a little point guard, too?
A little point forward, I guess. Morrow goes baseline, gathers himself, and scores. That's his second bucket, and we're tied. And that's going to be a battle all night long. Quincy dealing with that size for the Panthers. And now Lepper just able to catch and retrieve in the corner. Fires it across. Minute 40 to go in the first. Griffith, a lot of dribbling into the paint. Contact and got the whistle. And it might be on Morrow. And it will be. His first, 3rd team foul, and it'll be 2 at the line for the freshman Tim Griffith. Talked about turnovers. Free throws have also been an issue for this young Blue Devil squad so far. As Griffith misses the first, he is, boy oh boy, just 35% at the line so far this season. As a team, Quincy shooting below 50% at the free throw line. Griffith able to hit the second. He's got 3 points and puts the Devils back up by 1. Little 1-2-2 here by Quincy, and boy, another fastball by Hickman off the backboard and a turnover. Up the floor, Griffith right back to Douglas. He'll fire and miss it for 3. Hickman pushes off the rebound. Up the floor to Massey. He'll get to the rim. No, but a foul. And let's see who's going to pick that one up. It'll be Clausell. That's his first, and it'll be Jordan Massey, the younger of the 2 Massey brothers. Looking for his first point of the night.
Does he have 2 different color shoes on?
He absolutely does.
See, that would trip me up. I don't know how they do that. I guess you can tell from your left from your right.
That's true, yeah. Well,
my blue is my right, my pink is my left.
Theoretically.
Yeah, theoretically.
So we got Avery Beeston now has checked in for the first time, the junior guard, number 2 for Quincy. Minute 18 to go in the quarter, and that one in and out. So splitting the pair is Massey, so we're tied at 9 now. So it's Douglas, Clausell, Beeston, Freiberg, and Lepper now for Quincy. And that pass into the high post is tipped away all the way in the backcourt. Clausell able to recover and avoids the turnover, but certainly disrupting this possession. Jordan Massey all over him. Now the double team comes. Douglas drive, dish underneath, Lepper. He's surrounded, he powers it up, and they call him for a travel. That's turnover number 6. .45 seconds left in the first. And a near steal there by Quincy. Now they've gone 2-3 zone here. Morrow, the 6'8", post for the Panthers, running the baseline into the paint. That was a travel he got away with. Short jumper won't go. Morrow, offensive rebound, back up, got it. 13 seconds for Quincy. Little pick and roll. Clausell gives it up. Douglas with 5. Gotta go. Douglas gotta go. Here he does. Got it off. Yes, but it won't fall at the buzzers. So the Panthers lead it by 2 at the end of 1 here on WGEM.
Do you enjoy the food here? Enjoy? It's an all-you-can-cluck buffet. Hey, back off! That's mine! Not fighting, just the pecking order. Do you ever get a little hard to handle?
They say hold your horses. Good luck holding me back when dinner's served. Those other animals are suckers. They only eat feed. I eat pellets and also the bag it came in. Twice the flavor.
Don't miss these savings during our Feed Frenzy sale. See all these deals and more right now at farmandhomesupply.com.
Ride the Baja Wave and refresh your senses with a blast of tropical lime flavor. Grab a Mountain Dew Baja Blast today. Do the dew.
We are back here at the Panther Den. Quincy did have a lead, a couple of brief times in that first quarter. Now they trail it by 2, 11-9 as we head to the second quarter. Let me adjust that. There we go. And it is brought to you by Refreshment Services Pepsi. Quincy ball. Still got Beeston, Clausell, Douglas, Freiberg, and Lepper out there. Douglas being hounded here by Sim. And now threw it away. Tried to hit Lepper in the post, and too many misconnections so far here tonight for Quincy.
I would say Sim and Massey are just little gnats. They're just like the annoying little defender you don't want to be around. They've been doing a great job on Douglas and Clausell.
And now a kick as Douglas sticks the foot out on that post-entry pass. Up to 7 Quincy turnovers, 3 for UT so far. As we're just underway second quarter. You got Sim out there along with Jordan Massey and Josiah Massey. Hickman and that is 0, the sophomore, Javon McDowell, who played well in the sophomore game, a win for the Panthers. There's a missed shot and a rebound for Quincy. In the corner, Beeston passed up a look, drives, hangs, look out, just got it to Douglas. There's the floater, no. And here come the Panthers, but now they put on the brakes. Jordan Massey to the paint, kicks it out. Three-pointer on the way. McDowell, the sophomore, knocks it down. First three-pointer for the Panthers, and they've got a 5-point lead. Largest of the game for either team. 6.5 to go in the second, excuse me. Beeston now tees it up and too strong. Rebound, put back. Freiberg slips in for 2. Good answer there. Another pick and roll action here. Massey. Good D there by Clausell. Sim drives on Douglas. Got stuck and nearly threw it away. Then does out of the corner. Clausell with the thief. Up the floor. Freiberg for another bucket. And back to a 1-point game. 5:45 to go.
If the Blue Devils keep up that fast pace, there looks like Hickman and Massey, look at them. They look a little worn out. So
Yeah.
see if they can wear them out towards the end of the second quarter.
Backdoor cut Sim, and he barely held that pivot foot and able to lay it in. Sim with his first bucket of the night. We talked about it in the pregame if either team could get some fast break opportunities, and Quincy's got a couple of them. Now Clausell got his pocket picked. Up the floor, Massey, and he throws it down. Jordan Massey with the one-hand flush off turnover number 8 for the Blue Devils in the first half. Still a little under 5 minutes to go. Beeston out of the corner, nearly threw it away. Lepper able to save it, kick it back. Gets it back. Beeston for 3. No. Lepper kept it alive, but Hickman able to get the rebound. Outlet, McDowell. McDowell, Euro step, and he is fouled. And let's see who they give this one to for Quincy. It's going to be Clausell, and that's his second. He's the first and only Blue Devil with 2 fouls here. And McDowell, the sophomore, goes to the line for 2.
Brock, he played that whole JV game, so he's getting some minutes in varsity and JV. I mean, he doesn't look worn out at all.
He's ready to roll. So Clausell does check out, and we see Kenai Humphrey for the first time. He also played quite a bit of that sophomore game. Sophomore for the Blue Devils. And McDowell makes both. 5 points off the bench for him. Now he'll come out. And the 6'8 Joseph Morrow back in. 4:36 to go, second quarter, and I got to add those points. There we go. 7-point lead now for the Panthers. Quincy just 4 so far here in the quarter. Lepper posting, little fadeaway over Hickman, and it goes in and out. And you almost got your wish there for a moment, Lindsay, as Douglas picked up Hickman in transition. Now a 3 on the way, no good by Horvath. Rebound Douglas.
Yeah, that's a nightmare for Douglas if they have to switch on defense.
Beeston underneath. Freiberg blocked by Morrow. In transition, Massey cut off, flips it to Hickman.
He's on him right now.
Well, Quincy's kind of in
back up.
Quincy's in a little matchup zone here. Morrow goes short corner. He shoots it and made it. Wow. 8 points now for Morrow. And the lead is 9. As the Panthers are on a run here. Humphrey for 3. No. Pretty quick shot there. And Quincy's going cold here in the second quarter. And they're staying in the zone here. Just over 3 minutes left in the first half. Hickman kind of sitting in the high post. Hasn't got a touch yet. Massey will shoot the 3. Left it short. Lepper able to pull the rebound. Douglas now doesn't really have numbers. And what do we got? Timeout, Andy Douglas. Subs ready to check in, and Andy Douglas wants to talk things over with 2:52 to go, second quarter, and Quincy down by 9. Timeouts are sponsored by McCleary Law. If you're injured, call or text McCleary Law at 2178. I'm hurt for a free case evaluation. What do you see here, Lindsay's? What's going wrong here in the second quarter for the Blue Devils?
I just think that they're getting in transition. They're getting down to their side of the floor and playing offense. They're throwing up shots. They're forcing shots. So I think that if they run the offense a little bit, get the ball moving, they find Leopard down low early. He's been open and on Hickman a couple times. They just haven't gotten the ball to him quick enough. So I think that's probably what has turned them cold here towards the end of the second quarter.
Panthers enjoying their largest lead right now. They had 11 in the first quarter, and they've already matched that here in the second quarter. And again, we've got 2:52 still to go. Meanwhile, Wilson Freiberg has all the points in the second quarter with 2 buckets for Quincy for their 4. Into Lepper, across to Humphrey, who lays it in. Nice execution on the inbounds there. And Blue Devils staying in the zone here. Morrow, short corner, kicks it out. That's a 3 on the way. In and out. Morrow with the offensive board. And then Humphrey just took it away from him. Great job by Kenai. And now he's able to flip it ahead. Douglas driving high off the window. No. And again, not a bad idea. Just now Humphrey, another steal. Wow. Just picking pockets out there left and right. Douglas thought about it. Lepper, he won't think about it. He'll fire, and oh, what a bounce that took off the back of the rim and in. Not exactly a splashdown, but Quincy will take it, and it cuts it to a 4-point game. That's Lepper's first points of the night. And a little 5-point spurt by the Devils. There's a 3 on the way. Josiah Massey, no. Rebound. Quincy able to pull it out of there. Minute 35 left in the half. 2 Panthers ready to check in at the next whistle. Freiberg to Lepper at the elbow. Wanted to hand it off. Instead, he'll go at Hickman. Backs in. Kicks it opposite. Humphrey got nearly lost it in the lane. Now he needs help. Oh, he steps through. Oh, they're going to call him for a travel. I wasn't sure. It was hard to see through that traffic.
Yeah, one thing about Coach Andy Say for UT is that he keeps his players fresh. I mean, like you said earlier, there's subs every minute or like every time. Like,
I'd say every couple.
Yeah, every couple minutes. He keeps them fresh in there, which is good. It's a good strategy.
Just about a minute to go here in the first half. Quincy trailed by 9. They've cut it to 4. Now an open 3 in the corner, and they missed it. And the rebound, they're going to say Leopard touched it last. He doesn't agree, but it'll be Panthers ball. Under the basket with 51 seconds to go. They run a double stack screen to get a 3 for Massey, and he hits that one. Josiah Massey pushes the lead back to 7. 35 seconds for Quincy. Humphrey to Griffith. Lepper steps out. Instead, Griffith dribbles away from it. And that ball nearly stolen away. And now it is stolen. And it'll be an easy layup at the other end. Oh, no, he missed it. Wow. 15 seconds left for Quincy, and they just threw it away. Wow. 10 seconds now for the Panthers. After Jordan Massey missed that layup. Final seconds, driving in. Wild shot, no. And we go to halftime. 25-18 is your score. A sloppy end of the half. Blue Devils trail by 7 as we go to the break here at the Panther Den. We'll be back with more after this on WGEM.
If you've been in a motor vehicle accident, contact McCleary Law.
There was nowhere to go. We were on the bridge.
All of a sudden, a guy started going over in our lane and hit us head on.
I couldn't even breathe. It was just unbelievable that it even happened.
We needed to get a hold of an attorney, and our first thoughts was to get a hold of Dan McCleary. Everything's pretty easy when you deal with Dan.
He got us way more than we expected to get.
We don't charge anything until we win your case. Call McCleary Law.
Some things just go together, like your bones, your joints, and when you need us, you and the Quincy Medical Group Orthopedics and Sports Medicine team. Our expert orthopedics team is performing knee replacements at our QMG Surgery Center. Your total knee replacement is our total focus, and we're committed to getting you moving again fast. We'll have you up in no time, and you'll be home the same day. We'll be with you every step of your recovery, so you can get back to your life. QMG Orthopedics and you, always a joint effort.
Is it time for a career makeover? For 14 years, Tri-State residents have made a career change and have turned dreams into a reality with help from the John Wood Community College Career Makeover. Register online now at jwcc.edu/makeover for your chance to win full tuition, fees, and books from John Wood Community College. You deserve the chance for a career makeover from WGEM and John Wood Community College Foundation.
Every first matters.
The first alarm, the first cup of coffee, and the first look at what your day can bring.
And WGEM is right there with you with your first alert.
Breaking overnight, we are live.
So what's happening right now? We go into first alert later this afternoon for strong to severe thunderstorms.
And your first look at what could impact your morning.
This fire started around 4:30 this morning.
No matter where you choose to watch, WGEM is here to start your day.
Every first, every morning, we're here. WGEM News Today.
We are back here at the Panther Den. It's halftime. We've got some youngsters in action on the floor right now. But the varsity saw the Panthers build their lead up to as many as 9 in that second quarter. And they have a 7-point advantage here at the break over Quincy. 25-18 is our score. Your halftime. It's brought to you by Refreshment Services Pepsi. We'll get to that halftime stat sheet and get a few thoughts from myself and Lindsay on what we saw there in the first half from the Panthers and the Blue Devils as we move along. So stick with us. More to come on the halftime. It's the Blue Devils here on WGEM.
Happiness starts with a smile, and Advanced Dental Care gives you more reasons to smile. Passion, focus, precision. At Advanced Dental Care, quality care is our commitment to you. Whether it's your first visit or a routine checkup, get the care you deserve. Choose Advanced Dental Care, where we offer comprehensive dental care and orthodontic services for children and adults. Comfortable, compassionate care. advdentalcare.com. 4561 Main Street. Schedule your appointment today. New patients welcome. At Advanced Dental Care, we'll make you smile.
Don't let injuries put you on the sideline. Quincy Medical Group's free sports injury clinic is your path to swift recovery. Our expert orthopedics and sports medicine team specializes in treating sports-related injuries with free evaluations from 7 to 9 a.m. every Monday through Friday. We also offer free sports concussion screenings weekdays in Quincy. No appointments are necessary. Get your game back on with QMG's free sports injury clinic. Visit quincymedgroup.com/sports injury.
I'm Natalie Will. Every month I have the honor of surprising an amazing teacher with a WGEM Golden Apple Award. Now I need your help finding the next honoree. Students, parents, if there's a teacher making a difference in your life, nominate them at WGEM.com. Let's celebrate the teachers who inspire us every day. Nominate your teacher for the WGEM Golden Apple Award.
The WGEM Golden Apple Awards, sponsored by Hy-Vee, Towpro, and State Street Bank.
It's been fantastic. From setup to, the first crowd coming through, it's just been fantastic. It's my first year doing the show, and so it's really been rewarding to get to, meet with people and just really get my business out there, my message out there, and what I offer. I should say it's a great opportunity for small businesses to really market their product and their service and get their message out there for the community. It's really great networking.
Halftime continues. Let's get to your halftime stat sheet brought to you by Tri-City Sports. You can find them at 535 Main Street, downtown Quincy. Customize your team with Tri-City Sports. For the Panthers, 6'8" junior Joseph Morrow led the way with 8 points. 5 apiece for Josiah Massey and Javon McDowell. 3 points for Jordan Massey and 2 apiece for Tyler Horvath and Leo Sim. Their total of 25. 3 out of 4 at the free throw line, and I had 6 turnovers for the Panthers. For Quincy, they had 6 players score in the first half, but nobody had more than 4 points. Joels Clausel and Wilson Freiberg both tied with 4 points each. Tim Griffith and Brennan Lepper with 3 apiece. And Avion Tate and Kenai Humphrey each with a bucket for 2 points. For Quincy's total of 18, 2 out of 4 at the free throw line. And I had Quincy for 10 turnovers in the first half. We'll take another timeout, come back with a couple of quick thoughts before we get the third quarter of action underway. It is Blue Devil basketball right here on WGEM.
1, 2, buckle my shoe. 3, 4, doors and more. 5, 6, per via pick. 7, 8, windows are great. 9, 10, do it again.
Doors and more. What's the more?
Windows!
Top 5 reasons you should choose
Blessing Raymond College.
small classes, peer tutoring, and lots of personal attention.
Financial aid opportunities, including grants, scholarship, and loan forgiveness.
Successful outcomes from pass rates to job placement.
Hands-on learning, clinical experience at multiple sites, and no wait list.
The Simulation Center.
Master clinical skills in the state-of-the-art facility.
Be ready for anything.
What are you waiting for?
Enroll with Blessing Raymond College today.
The home show is a great investment for us. The process of getting set up and working with WGM is awesome. The home show this year has been really good for us. A lot of foot traffic, people coming through, some familiar faces, some new. It's a great way for us to get out and just kind of be in front of the general public and let them know we're here for anything that they might need throughout the year. So the home show is nice because it brings in people from all over the tri-state area. The home show's meant a lot to BNN. WGM does a great job representing our business the way we want.
Every first matters.
The first alarm, the first cup of coffee, and the first look at what your day can bring.
And WGEM is right there with you with your first alert.
Breaking overnight, we are live.
So what's happening right now? We go into first alert later this afternoon for strong to severe thunderstorms.
And your first look at what could impact your morning.
This fire started around 4:30 this morning.
No matter where you choose to watch, WGEM is here to start your day.
Every first, every morning, we're here. WGEM News Today.
Comfort. It's a basic necessity. It can be a treat, a cozy place. Often, it's each other. It's something we feel, feeling comfortable. Since 1955, Peters Heating and Air, along with Carrier, has kept comfort in stock. We know that, in good times or bad, one of the most inherent things we ask for is this simple feeling. That's something we'll always provide and preserve. Turn to the experts, Carrier and Peters Heating and Air.
You know, you make a better door than a window.
Actually, we make both. Doors and more. What's the more?
Welcome back to the Panther Den, where Quincy's trailing by 7 as we head to the second half of action. And Lindsay, you mentioned it. We talked about it there in that second quarter. Quincy just seemed to get a little bit too sped up there in that second quarter. Passes were too quick. Shots were too quick. Got to settle things down if they want to get back in this thing.
Yeah, I think defensively, though, they've held Octavius Hickman, the big man. I don't see him getting many points in that first half.
Goose egg.
Yeah.
But Morrow had 8.
Yeah, Morrow had 8. I was expecting it to be the other way around. But, yeah, I mean, if they keep him to still a goose egg or just a couple, I could see this being pretty close at the end, but yeah, just forcing shots in that first half and being too fast. I mean, you're not got a shot clock. Not yet. So make sure you slow down the offense.
And obviously, as has been the theme much of this early season for this young squad, turnovers. Got to take better care of it. Had 10 in the first half. We'll see what if Both teams go back to their starting fives here to start the third quarter as they hit the floor here momentarily.
Say Tate did a really good job there, coming out fresh, coming out in the making his first start of the year, and then Douglas kind of sat him there towards the end of the second quarter. Let's see if he gets another fresh start here and see if he gets that energy up and gets a couple early baskets here.
Tate, Douglas, Clausell, Griffith, and Lepper for Quincy. Horvath, Hickman, Sim, and both Massey brothers for the Panthers, who start with the ball to begin this third quarter. And it is brought to you by Refreshment Services Pepsi. Backdoor cut. And there's Massey whistling it badly on the left side. Now here comes Quincy. In the post, Lepper. There's your early touch. Backs in, leans in, forced it up, got it. Just brute strength there by the 6'7" freshman to cut it to a 5-point game. And Tate went for the steal, didn't get it, leaves Massey open, and he hits. That's his second three. 2 of the 3 threes now for the Panthers, and just like that, they're back up by 8. Lepper flashes high post, tried to hit, give and go with Douglas, and he couldn't handle it.
Another thing about Lepper, I am so very shocked and very surprised how good his court vision is. Not shocked and surprised, I should say, but usually, big mans turn around, they go up for a layup. He is looking for back cuts all the time. He's unselfish big for sure.
He really is. The only thing I would add to that, you're right, but it's almost too good sometimes.
Yeah, that's true.
His teammates aren't even expecting it. As Hickman goes at him, and he scores it, and the foul. So Lepper scored on him at this end. Now Hickman gets him back at the other, and a chance to make it a 3-point play. As Lepper picks up his first foul of the night, and Hickman picks up his first points of the night. And that's the first double-digit lead of the evening as well for the Panthers on that bucket. Plus, he'll shoot the free throw here. 6:34 in the third quarter. The 6'6" senior can't complete it. And an offensive rebound. And, so Horvath had it. He saved it off Griffith, but then he was the first to touch it coming back across the baseline, and they called it on him. So it will be Quincy ball. I think I'm going to give him credit for a rebound and a turnover there, though. Tate looking inside. Lepper's got the mismatch, but then Hickman came down and tried to tie him up, and he's called for the foul. And I think that'll be the first on Hickman. So the two big fellas going at it at both ends here to start this third quarter. And there they are, jostling for position again on the inbounds.
I like it, Brock. That's like old school basketball. Two bigs fighting in the paint. It's always fun to watch.
Oh boy. Tate drove baseline. Josiah Massey, in my humble opinion, was not set, but they call the offensive foul on Avion Tate.
Yeah, definitely not set for 2 to 3 seconds, that's for sure.
Well, I don't think he ever got to the spot even, but gets the benefit of the doubt.
The QHS bench was not happy with that call as well.
So it stays a 10-point lead here for the Panthers. 6 to go in the third. Hickman going to dribble in, spin in, double clutch. Almost got it to go. Wow. And then he commits a foul, reaching in on the rebound.
If Hickman gets in foul trouble, that's a positive thing for the Blue Devils.
Morrow's going to replace him right here as he picks up that second foul. They probably would have swapped anyway, but so now it'll be Morrow and Lepper maybe doing some battle. But Quincy's got to find a way to cut into this deficit as Clausell being hounded by Jordan Massey all the way up the floor. Now Tate trying to reverse the ball, and he got his pocket picked. And then Clausell able to take it right back. He'll drive, dish, and Douglas lays it in. That's his first points of the night. 5:20 to go in the third. And a steal by Douglas. Parker will go coast to coast. Back-to-back buckets for the freshman. And cuts it back to a 6-point game with 4 straight points. That pass tipped away. Oh, that went off of Morrow. Wow. All of a sudden, Quincy forcing turnovers in bunches here. That's 9 on UT. As Josiah Massey checks out and Horvath back in. Under 5 to play in the third quarter now. And again, Massey just being a pest. Lepper to Griffith cutting. Griffith back to Lepper. Cross court. Douglas dumps it down. That was maybe 2 close quarters there. Now Tate, they're going to say he stepped out. And that'll be another Quincy turnover. That's number 14. 4 already here in the third quarter. And that was kind of spacing more than anything right there. Quincy now going zone.
Brock, I don't even see Woodson on the bench. Is he hurt or is he?
That's a great point, as that shot was missed. Pass is tipped. And step back, Clausell, no. Lepper offensive rebound. Goes against Morrow. Hook shot left it short. And we head the other way. Kick into the corner. Sim for 3. No. Morrow offensive rebound. Count it. And Lepper's beside himself as he couldn't keep the 6'8 junior off the offensive glass. They called the foul, actually. I guess it was on Lepper. I thought he signaled a different number there, but
Lepper and Morrow are definitely fighting down there. But, I mean, Lepper just got to keep his hands up on that one. He knows if it's a tussle down there, they're going to call foul. So he just got to keep his hands up there.
And Morrow can't make it a 3-point play. He does have 10 points with that bucket, though. The lead is 8. Morrow fronting Lepper in the post down there. And now we got to whistle away from the ball. And is that going to be Hickman? He's reacting as if it is. Yeah, that's his third. And he'll come right back out as Colgan replaces him. So they didn't have the two bigs together there for very long. And the inbounds is kicked away as Quincy had Clausell open, cutting to the basket. 3:25 to go in the third. Douglas just able to get it into Freiberg, who just checked in. Freiberg tried to hit Lepper, flashing into the post. They nearly stole it away. Lepper across to Griffith, blocked by Morrow coming over. But then the Panthers can't save it. It stays with Quincy in the corner.
Maybe too a little unselfish on that on Lepper. Lepper was right there. He's got to go up with that one. I know he's got a cutting Griffith, but he's got to power through and get an easy 2 points there.
Under 3 minutes to go in the third now. Clausell into traffic, and he's reached in on, and that'll be a foul. And that is called on Colgan. That's the 4th team foul. Next one will put Quincy in the bonus here. And Morrow just continues to deny Lepper. Clausell drives in, creates contact, and he'll shoot 2. Would have been either way because they're in the bonus now. Josiah Massey just picks up his first. And Clausell, he'll go to the line for 2. He split a pair way back in the first quarter. And that one's right down the middle. Sim out. Jordan Massey back in for the Panthers. Clausell now with 6 points as he makes both and cuts it back to a 6-point game again. Blue Devils are hanging in. As there's a drive. Horvath tied up. Oh. Freiberg will get called for the foul. Looked like he had a pretty clean tie-up. That's the 4th team foul on the Blue Devils. And now one more will put the Panthers in the bonus. They're going to say that's a shooting foul, so Horvath will get 2. 2:37 left in the third. And now we got Beeston checking in for Quincy, first time here in the third quarter, and also the sophomore Javon McDowell back in for the Panthers. And Horvath missed them both, and Quincy with it, still only down by 6. Douglas dancing around, now backs it up, sets it up. Lepper, oh, what a tough bounce pass. Freiberg tried to save it back out, but they're going to say it was deflected out by the Panthers. And now Kenai Humphrey going to replace Douglas. 2:18 to go in the third. Quincy will inbound here on the near sideline. Humphrey to Beeston, and now he threw it away. Miscommunication there between he and Lepper. That is 15 turnovers now on Quincy. And if they ultimately fall here tonight, that certainly is going to be one of the reasons why. They've hung in on the defensive end. Now that's a deep 3 fired up. Horvath, no. Rebound fought for. And back up and in by Massey. Josiah Massey with his 4th field goal. He's got 10 points. Timeout UT. With 1:42 to go in the third quarter. Timeouts are sponsored by McCleary Law. If you're injured, call or text McCleary Law at 217-8 I'm hurt for a free case evaluation. And the Panthers, Lindsay, they've just kind of maintained this lead here in the third quarter. Again, Quincy's hung in pretty well, but just, again, not able to mount quite enough offense to cut into this lead more than they have.
Yeah, like we said in pregame, we were talking about low scoring, where the UT Panthers, are they going to not score much tonight? But they, like you said, they are maintaining, both teams are just maintaining a small lead here. So let's see if it comes down to the wire here, but I'd say if Quincy High keeps playing good defense and they move the ball around on offense, I want to see them get a quick 6 points here and put UT on their toes.
Little full court press here by the Panthers, and Griffith traveled. They sprung the full court on them, and it leads to another Quincy turnover. You can't score any quick points if you don't have the ball.
Yeah, the Panthers coming out in a full court press in the third quarter. Looks like they're like, enough of this.
Morrow cutting to the basket, and he's fouled, and he'll shoot two as Beeston really had no choice there as he got stuck underneath with the big fella. And Morrow missed one earlier. He'll shoot a pair here. And misses again. Panthers are now 0 for 5 at the free throw line here in the third quarter, so that's prevented them from building the lead.
Yeah, that's definitely a positive for Quincy. I mean, usually sometimes free throws, it comes down to free throws at the end of the game, so it's a good thing that they've been 0 for 5 tonight.
Morrow finally hits one. He's up to 11 points now to lead the way for the Panthers. Quincy's got to get it in. They just barely do, and there's a foul as, Massey got tied up with Douglas. And that'll send him to the line. Both teams in the bonus here for the last couple minutes of this third quarter. Parker Douglas got his first 2 field goals earlier here in the third. Now to the line for the first time. Leo Sim back in, Josiah Massey out with 2 fouls and 10 points. We have not seen Hickman since he picked up that third foul earlier here in the third quarter. Douglas makes both. He's up to 6 points now in the quarter. 7-point game as the Blue Devils continue to just kind of hang within an arm's distance. Minute 15 to go in the third. McDowell to Morrow. Tries to back in on Lepper and missed it off the window. Rebound Quincy. Chance to cut into the lead a little bit more here. Douglas will drive in against the big man and got blocked. Panthers push the other way. Horvath pull up in the lane. No. Morrow back up. Count it. And the big fella has certainly made a difference tonight on the glass, and he's going to try to get another 3-point play right here. So they must have changed the foul earlier because now they're saying that that's the second on Lepper.
I would say Lepper's done a pretty good job down in the paint with those 2 bigs, so only having 2 fouls this late in the game, he's playing with his body, which he's doing a good job. It's just Morrow is just so long, so it's hard to contain him in the paint.
40 seconds left in the quarter. They're looking in at Lepper, but can't get it to him. Now Humphrey drives into traffic. Pull up? No. And that was one of the easiest rebounds Morrow's had tonight. And now the Panthers will look for the final shot of the quarter. 20 seconds. Sim will dribble it down. Douglas nearly picked his pocket. 10 seconds. Jordan Massey. Into the paint, into traffic. Wild shot, no. Morrow tip, no. Second try, no. And we go to the fourth quarter. Still a 9-point game. It's the Blue Devils on WGEM.
At Blessing Health, our pediatrics team is with you and your family in the moments that matter most. From first steps to growing up healthy and strong, supporting their passions as their biggest cheerleader, and guiding them towards their dreams. Blessing Health, with you every step of the way. Visit us at blessinghealth.org to learn more and schedule an appointment today.
Ride the Baja Wave and refresh your senses with a blast of tropical lime flavor. Grab a Mountain Dew Baja Blast today. Do the Dew.
Back at the Panther Den, about to begin the fourth quarter, brought to you by Refreshment Services Pepsi. And Blue Devils have been fighting uphill ever since the start of the second quarter tonight. They briefly trailed by 10 there in the third. It's a 9-point deficit as Blue Devils start with the ball to begin the fourth. And Humphrey just got his pocket picked in front of the bench. Leads to a run out. Massey missed it. Rebound loose, and Douglas came from out of bounds and can't do that, so UT will maintain possession. That is the tally now up to 17 turnovers on Quincy. 9 for UT. It is Sim, both Masseys out there, along with Horvath, and now Hickman back out there. Freiberg, Lepper, Douglas. Sim went backdoor, but he lost it. Just bobbled it, and that's their 10th turnover.
Say, Hickman throws the ball so hard. I've never seen...
He does fire some fastballs.
He does fire some fastballs. I think the baseball coach needs to get on him.
Yeah, he needs to get on the mound. No doubt. Lepper tried to hit a backdoor, able to get the deflection as it came back to him. So again, it's Humphrey, Douglas, Clausell, Freiberg, and Lepper for Quincy. There's a backdoor. Freiberg, he's surrounded, tips it out. Lepper thought about it, now gives it up. Clausell dribbles into a pull-up and hits. That's just his second field goal. And a little bit of backcourt pressure here, and Humphrey will get called for the reach in. First foul of the fourth quarter with 6:53 to go. And Douglas nearly picked Sims' pocket. Hickman flashes to the post, waits, backs in on Lepper, spins, and they're going to call Lepper for the foul. That'll be his third, and it'll be 2 shots for Octavius Hickman. That is a lot of humanity doing battle down there.
Yeah, but say, all you got to do, you got to keep your hands up. It's going to be a mutual battle down there because they're both big fellas. But, yeah, I think the refs just got to let them play sometimes, too. Like, they're just both big dudes just trying to battle for some points.
And between Hickman and Morrow now, the 2 big fellas for the Panthers, they are 1 out of 6 at the free throw line. Number 7 on the way. So make it 2 of 7.
Big man's not doing well at free throw. It sounds a little bit like Shaq.
Well, not ready.
They're pulling some Shaqs tonight.
That gives some coaches nightmares.
Yeah.
When you bring that up. 8-point game. Can Quincy find enough offense here in the fourth quarter to make a run? Clausell, pull up, splashdown. 2 or 3? Nobody signaled. I guess it was a 2. 6-point game. Back-to-back buckets by Clausell. He now has 10 on the night to lead Quincy. Under 6 minutes to go. Josiah Massey gives it up. Hickman pops out. And got stuck, but able to get rid of it there as one Massey to another. Panthers, as they should be, patient here with the 6-point lead. 5.5 to play now. Hickman to the high post. Spinning. Oh, he got a step on Lepper with the spin move. Just his second field goal bumps the lead back to 8.
The spin move and the up and under, two really unguardable moves.
Well, they left Douglas open, but he missed the 3. 5 minutes to play. Hickman steps out. He thought about it. And now they'll try to run some offense again here. Make Quincy D up in the half court here. Massey running off screens, and he hits his 3rd 3 of the night. That's a big shot to bump it to an 11-point lead with 4:35 left. Lepper in the post. Quick little hook shot, no. And Panthers driving in. Jordan Massey just discarding Humphrey. And timeout. Timeout, Quincy. And the Panthers have opened up their largest lead of the night with 4:18 to play. Your timeouts are sponsored by McCleary Law. If you're injured, call or text McCleary Law at 217-8-I'm-HURT for a free case evaluation. And we talked about it before the game, Lindsay, and what we expected and has been for the most part a low-scoring ball game. Anybody who gets out and gets freebies in transition, that can make a big difference. Quincy did get some in the first half, but now it's the Panthers building their lead with it.
Yeah, I mean, it comes down to who's gonna have the most points in the second half. So I think the Panthers might have heard you up here that, QHS was just within arm's length. Now, not the case so much, but
they're trying to make it 2 arms now.
Yeah. I just think the Massey brothers are just dominating right now, like QHS defense. So
Pest on defense, and they're turning it into offense at the other end. Cross-court pass deflected, but Clausell retrieves, fires, no. Sim able to pull the rebound out, and he's nearly lost it as Quincy tries to apply some pressure. Both bigs on the floor now as Morrow's back out there with Hickman for the Panthers. Sim cross court, Massey in the corner, and he hits another. Second of the quarter, 4th of the night from downtown. Another dagger from Josiah Massey to extend the lead to 16. As the Panthers are pulling away now as Lepper, look out, tried to save it on the baseline. And good sportsmanship there by Hickman to help him out. As that turns into another Quincy turnover. Number 18 on the night. And starting to feel like this one is slipping away from the Blue Devils, if it hasn't already. .3:15 to play now. Hickman going to drive, and good help there by Douglas. Hickman goes baseline, threw it away. Clausell drives, dishes. Freiberg up and under and got it. 3rd bucket of the night for Wilson Freiberg. But still down by 14 with 2:35 left. Jordan Massey, drive no. Morrow keeping it alive. Quincy able to clear.
I thought Morrow might have had a over the back there for a little bit, but I guess what I said earlier, that there's a lot of contact down the paint with all those big bodies down there. So
yeah, Morrow was holding Lepper right there, and they call it. That's his second. First foul on the team in the 4th quarter for the Panthers, as they'll bring a couple of fresh bodies in. McDowell and Horvath replacing Hickman and Jordan Massey. Lobbed into Lepper on the inbounds, poked away, and then he's able to get out of the double team. 2:05 to play. Clausel dancing around Lepper. Tried a backdoor feed, but it's tipped away. And Quincy will keep it on the baseline. With 2 minutes to go here at the Panther Den. And Griffith can't finish underneath. Douglas had it for a moment, but Sim able to pull away the rebound. And the Panthers are just sitting on it now. Milking the clock with the big lead here. Again, Quincy has won 9 straight matchups between these two. As Morrow, they got the timeout before the turnover.
I would say there's no way that wasn't Quincy's ball. Morrow just kind of threw the ball out of bounds, and Leopard's like, our ball. But like you said, Say got the timeout before the turnover there.
So as I was saying, Quincy has won 9 straight head-to-head in this matchup coming into tonight, but it certainly appears that the Panthers are going to snap that streak and get just their 4th win in the last 29 matchups between these two. That's kind of hard to believe. But Quincy's really dominated this head-to-head in recent years, but Panthers are the more experienced team this year, and they've really dominated and pulled away here in the second half, especially here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, with this new Blue Devil squad, I think a lot of Western Big Six teams are wondering if they can get ahead early and beat which still is a very dominant Western Big Six program, which is the Quincy Blue Devils. So, like you said, I think the Panthers are going to pull away with this one, and then they can celebrate this win, and then Quincy's back at it tomorrow night against Springfield High.
Yeah, next 2 at home for the Blue Devils. Back at Blue Devil Gym for the first time in a while. You mentioned it, non-conference with the Springfield Senators tomorrow night. That'll be a 6 o'clock varsity scheduled tip. And then Tuesday night, turn around another conference matchup with Rock Island Alleman coming in. Minute 20 to play. Morrow rolling to the hoop, and he can't finish it, but a foul. Called on Tate. That's his 3rd, and it sends Joseph Morrow to the line for 2. Again, he's just 1 out of 4 so far tonight. But his presence on the glass, and he's got 6 buckets, has certainly been a big difference in this one, and he does hit that first free throw here as Andy Douglas going deeper into the bench here.
And like you said, I mean, Hickman comes out, you look at Hickman's size, and then you think, once he goes to the bench, we can take a little bit of a break, but then here comes Morrow, which he's had a great night tonight, so.
Emrick Batley has checked in, the senior for Quincy. Morrow actually makes both that time. And now he'll check out, probably for good, as Jordan Massey back in. So no bigs on the floor now as Panthers go small for the final minute 15. Leopard's also out for Quincy.
I think that's the first break he's taken all night. I think Leopard's been in the whole game tonight, Brock.
Pretty darn close. And that fired across the lane, deflected. It goes right to Freiberg, and then he's fouled. And I think he'll get 2. No, maybe? Or are they going to say baseline? Foul called on McDowell. And now deeper into the bench for the Blue Devils as Carter Trowbridge, number 15, going to check in. And Nas Kelly, number 12, as well. Final minute. Pass deflected and stolen. Another Quincy turnover. And Panthers, no need to push. They'll just pull it up and ice more of this clock. 35 seconds to go, and now we got a whistle because, that's Jordan Massey coming up a little gimpy there. Not ideal for the Panthers as Colgan replaces him. And now Beeston back in for Quincy, and Klaus Elsnight is done. Sim drives off the window for 2. That's just his second bucket of the night. And that should be the finishing touch for the Panthers right there. 10 seconds. And one more turnover for good measure there by Quincy. And that'll do it. The Panthers snap a 9-game losing streak to Quincy head-to-head. I'm sure it feels good for them. But for Quincy, the rough ride continues so far for this young Blue Devil squad. They dropped to 3-10 and now 1-4 in the Western Big Six. Panthers improved to 10-5 overall. They are 4-1 in conference play among the league leaders so far. The Panthers of UT. They beat Quincy tonight. 52-34 your final as they pull away in the fourth quarter to ice this win here tonight in the Quad Cities. We will step aside. We'll get your final stat sheet. We'll hear from Coach Andy Douglas and more coming up on the postgame. Right after this, it's the Blue Devils on WGEM.
At Blessing Health, our pediatrics team is with you and your family in the moments that matter most. From first steps to growing up healthy and strong, supporting their passions as their biggest cheerleader, and guiding them towards their dreams. Blessing Health, with you every step of the way. Visit us at blessinghealth.org to learn more and schedule an appointment today.
Ride the Baja Wave and refresh your senses with a blast of tropical lime flavor. Grab a Mountain Dew Baja Blast today. Do the dew.
It is a final here at the Panther Den. UT knocks off Quincy. 52-34 is your final score as the Panthers pull away in the second half. Quincy did have a couple of brief leads in the first quarter tonight, trailed by only 2 after the first. Panthers built it up to a 7-point lead at the half, 9 after 3 quarters, and then again they pull away here in the fourth quarter tonight for the eventual 18-point margin. Panthers improved to 4-1 in the Western Big Six. Quincy falls to the exact opposite, 1-4 so far in Western Big Six conference play. Going to get to that final stat sheet. Still got a few things to tally up here for you. Get you the final numbers, and we'll hear from Coach Andy Douglas along the way. Plus, I think I got one highlight in there that I can share with the folks at home, and we'll do that as well. So stick with us on the Blue Devil postgame right here on WGEM.
Don't let injuries put you on the sideline. Quincy Medical Group's free sports injury clinic is your path to swift recovery. Our expert orthopedics and sports medicine team specializes in treating sports-related injuries with free evaluations from 7 to 9 a.m. every Monday through Friday. We also offer free sports concussion screenings weekdays in Quincy. No appointments are necessary. Get your game back on with QMG's free sports injury clinic. Visit QuincyMedGroup.com/sports injury.
I'm Natalie Will. Every month I have the honor of surprising an amazing teacher with a WGEM Golden Apple Award. Now, I need your help finding the next honoree. Students, parents, if there's a teacher making a difference in your life, nominate them at WGEM.com. Let's celebrate the teachers who inspire us every day. Nominate your teacher for the WGEM Golden Apple Award.
The WGEM Golden Apple Awards, sponsored by Hy-Vee, Towpro, and State Street Bank.
Is it time for a career makeover? For 14 years, Tri-State residents have made a career change and have turned dreams into a reality with help from the John Wood Community College Career Makeover. Register online now at jwcc.edu/makeover for your chance to win full tuition, fees, and books from John Wood Community College. You deserve the chance for a career makeover from WGEM and John Wood Community College Foundation.
Postgame continues. Brock Hampsmeyer, Lindsey Fisher with you. And I can get to your final stat sheet right now. It's brought to you by Tri-City Sports. Give them a call, 217-224-2489. They're located in the main center in downtown Quincy. Customize your team with Tri-City Sports. And for the Panthers tonight, Josiah Massey, the senior guard, led the way with 16 points. Joseph Morrow, the 6'8 junior, backed him up with 13. 5 points each for Jordan Massey and Octavius Hickman, as well as Javon McDowell off the bench. 52 total points for the Panthers, 7 of 15 at the free throw line, and I had them for 11 turnovers on the night. For the Blue Devils, only one player in double figures tonight. That's Joels Clausell, who got to 10 points on 3 buckets and 3 for 4 at the free throw line. He hit one of only 2 3-pointers on the night for Quincy. Parker Douglas and Wilson Freiberg with 6 points each. Brennan Lepper had 5. Tim Griffith had 3. 2 apiece for Avion Tate and Kenai Humphrey for Quincy's total of 34. They were 6 of 8 at the free throw line, and I had Quincy for 20 turnovers on the evening. Again, it was just a 2-point game at the end of the first quarter, 7-point game at halftime, and then the Panthers just slowly built it up in the second half. Got it to double digits once in the third quarter, and then ultimately pulled away here in the fourth quarter tonight, on their way to a 52-34 win over Quincy. Your postgame stat sheet is once again brought to you by Tri-City Sports. I do have one highlight I can share. Our instant replays are sponsored by Nutrition HQ, home of TB16. Increase energy, reduce cravings, boost your mood with TB16 at Nutrition HQ. And here it is, the Steal and Buckets by Parker Douglas. We talked about fast break opportunities, Lindsey, and that was one of the few and far between for the Blue Devils. It was the Panthers who got out and ran off those 20 turnovers, especially in the second half as they built the lead here tonight.
Yeah, I mean, one thing I can say positively about the Blue Devils is how they only kept Hickman to 5 points. I read here on X that he had all-tournament team. He had 14 points a game. So, right when you have one big man covered, though, like you said, Morrow just came. He also was in double digits tonight. So
yeah, Morrow was big tonight, and then Massey hit 3 of his 4 3-pointers in the second half as well, on the way to that team high 16 points. And the younger Massey, Jordan, he only had 5 points, but he was a pest on defense.
I mean, both the Massey brothers.
Yeah.
One was shooting threes, one was a pest on defense. They were both just very hard to get around on offense and defense. So you had Morrow and the 2 Massey brothers. It was Panthers did a great job tonight, keeping the Blue Devils with under 40 points.
So Massey again hit those 4 threes. Only one other for the Panthers. That was the sophomore McDowell. So they hit 5 from downtown. Again, Quincy with just 2. Clausell 1 and Lepper 1 from long range for Quincy. So that's part of the story. We will take another time out, and we'll hopefully hear from Coach Andy Douglas here in just a few moments as we continue with our post-game coverage. It's the Blue Devils here on WGEM.
Happiness starts with a smile, and Advanced Dental Care gives you more reasons to smile. Passion, focus, precision. At Advanced Dental Care, quality care is our commitment to you. Whether it's your first visit or a routine checkup, get the care you deserve. Choose Advanced Dental Care, where we offer comprehensive dental care and orthodontic services for children and adults. Comfortable, compassionate care. ADVDentalCare.com. 4561 Main Street. Schedule your appointment today. New patients welcome. At Advanced Dental Care, we'll make you smile.
Don't let injuries put you on the sideline. Quincy Medical Group's free sports injury clinic is your path to swift recovery. Our expert orthopedics and sports medicine team specializes in treating sports-related injuries with free evaluations from 7 to 9 a.m. every Monday through Friday. We also offer free sports concussion screenings weekdays in Quincy. No appointments are necessary. Get your game back on with QMG's free sports injury clinic. Visit QuincyMedGroup.com/sports injury.
I'm Natalie Will. Every month I have the honor of surprising an amazing teacher with a WGEM Golden Apple Award. Now, I need your help finding the next honoree. Students, parents, if there's a teacher making a difference in your life, nominate them at WGEM.com. Let's celebrate the teachers who inspire us every day. Nominate your teacher for the WGEM Golden Apple Award.
The WGEM Golden Apple Awards, sponsored by Hy-Vee, Towpro, and State Street Bank.
Oh, it's been fantastic. From setup to, the first crowd coming through, it's just been fantastic. It's my first year doing the show, and so it's really been rewarding to get to, meet with people and just really get my business out there, my message out there, and what I offer. I should say it's a great opportunity for small businesses to really market their product and their service and get their message out there for the community. It's really great networking.
We're back on the post game and waiting for Coach Douglas to make his way up here to the balcony at the Panther Den. Brock Hampsmeyer with you, and you're stuck looking at me and Lindsay floating into the picture. There you go. Yeah, give him a little wave there. We already mentioned, but bears repeating. Back at home for the Blue Devils, next 2 ball games. Tomorrow night, hosting Springfield in non-conference play. That'll be a 4:30 sophomore, and then 6 o'clock scheduled varsity start tomorrow night back at Blue Devil Gym. And then Tuesday night in action at home in Western Big Six play as Alleman comes to town, as Quincy getting close to finishing the first swing through, first matchups against all the conference teams this season. You got Alleman at home on Tuesday, and then a week from tonight, at Moline. That'll wrap up the first half of the conference schedule, and then you get into the rematches and finishing the home and homes the rest of the way in Western Big Six conference play. But it'll be good for Quincy to get back at home. They haven't been at home since going back to that conference win against Galesburg back on December 19th. So Quincy will definitely be happy to get back home coming up tomorrow night, and then again on Tuesday against Alleman. We'll take another quick timeout until Coach makes his way up here. We'll be right back on WGEM.
At Blessing Health, our pediatrics team is with you and your family in the moments that matter most. From first steps to growing up healthy and strong, supporting their passions as their biggest cheerleader, and guiding them towards their dreams. Blessing Health, with you every step of the way. Visit us at blessinghealth.org to learn more and schedule an appointment today.
Ride the Baja Wave and refresh your senses with a blast of tropical lime flavor. Grab a Mountain Dew Baja Blast today. Do the dew.
All right, back on the post game. It's time for that post game coaches interview. It's brought to you by your local State Farm agent, Bill Turlesner. Give him a call at 217-224-5586. You can find him at 12th and Harrison. Coach Andy Douglas joining us now here at the Panther Den. Coach, guys hung in, I thought, pretty well through most of the first three quarters tonight, but then they pulled away on you there in the fourth. What do you think ultimately held you guys back there, not able to hang in there through all four?
I hate to use the analogy, but we shot ourselves in the foot quite a few times. Anytime it felt like that we were making a run, which we had, a couple there in the third quarter, something didn't go right. Bad pass here, turnover here, defensive possession, offensive rebound, you name it. I mean, we shot ourselves in the foot too many times to be able to compete, to stay in the game, let alone to pull out a win, on the road. So we have to be better there. I thought our guys like this, the last 6 practices, I know we talked, Tuesday, but the last 6 practices that we had were the best by far, that we've had all season. It was like, okay, we're here, we're finally turning the corner. And it's difficult. I give this group a lot of credit for a lot of different things. And, you lose a player, for a game where, an hour before we take off. And, it's difficult because you're scheming for 4 days in a row and this is what we're going to do. We feel really good about it. And then, you lose a guy and, it can happen for whatever reason, whether people are sick or make dumb decisions or whatever it is, but when you're going through that, it's tough. And tonight it proved to be tough. We had a game plan to going into this of how we were going to guard, how we were going to run our offense, what we were going to run, and we had to quickly throw that out and try to revamp some things. And that's not easy for a group. But there was definitely some moments tonight, but it just seemed like anytime we got close, we didn't value the ball here. We didn't get into our offense. I mean, let's talk offense. We spent a lot of time going through what we want to do offensively and feel like, and Coach has mentioned it, but I feel like, in practice, since we're able to slow it down and we're able to go, possession to possession, it's one thing. It looks fine. But when we get out here, we're still trying to fight and find that leader to run the show. A guy to say, hey, give me the ball, go get the ball, get us set. We're running through our stuff. And tonight I think we ran through it one time and Joel's got a 3 off a ball screen. That was the only time we ran all the way through our offense, and you're not going to win games like that.
On the flip side, on the defensive end, I thought you guys hung in fairly well for the most part. You did a good job on Hickman, and unfortunately Morrow came off the bench, and you talk about not having the matchup and missing Thomas tonight, and that's where the difference was, because Morrow definitely made a big difference.
He made a huge difference. That was the best game I've seen him play, and it's unfortunate for us, but we did a really good job on the other big, and gave up too many offensive rebounds, and telling our guys, like, you're going to give up some, to hold a team with that size that shoots as many threes as they shoot, you're going to give up offensive rebounds, but you have to do your job. You have to, whatever you can control, you have to control, and you're not going to out-jump those guys. You're not going to out-physical them when the ball's in the air, so you got to do your job before the ball comes off of the rim, and there's too many times tonight where we didn't. I give Parker credit. He was searching guys out, trying to find guys, put a body on them, but we have to be more physical. Heard that a lot this year, but we have to play with a little more physicality. And I think when this group can get their confidence, the physicality is going to come with that a little bit. But we're definitely not where we need to be.
Yeah, it feels like, when you do execute and get a few buckets on the offensive end, they play with more confidence, but obviously the turnovers, as you alluded to off the top, when you don't possess it and can't get through things, that it's hard to build that confidence and build that momentum.
Yeah, I'm not sure how many turnovers we had tonight, but
I had 20.
Yeah, I was going to say if we're over 15 turnovers, with this group, if we're over that mark, it's going to be a struggle to win games. We have to value the basketball. We're not it's not like we're averaging 65 points a game. So, you know, we struggle to score right now in what we're doing. So if that's the case, that's fine. We got to rely on what we do defensively, which we did for the majority of the game. And then we have to, you know, execute, to the best of our ability on the offensive side. And we've seen it. You know, this group has it in them. It's just a matter of time of getting it out of them. You know, every single one of our guys brings something to the table, something positive to the table. And we've seen that the last 6 practices. We've seen it throughout the season so far, you know, in bits and pieces. You know, once they get it put together, they're going to, you know, you can whoop up on us right now if you want, but, you know, when this group figures it out, they're going to be a dangerous team.
There you go. And the good news is get to go back home tomorrow night, and for the next couple, it always feels like when you flip to the calendar year each season, it feels like forever since you've been at home.
Right. Yeah. No, it'll be good to get back and not travel. But tomorrow's going to be another tough one. I mean, Springfield's got some dangerous players.
Playing well.
You know, they're playing well right now. They have a couple kids that shoot the ball. They've never seen a bad shot, force a lot of shots, go get it. Similar to tonight in a lot of ways. So got to be ready to put this one behind us and move forward.
All right, Coach. Appreciate it.
All right. Thank you, guys.
We'll see you back home tomorrow night. Andy Douglas. And that is your post-game coach's interview. It's brought to you by your local State Farm agent, Bill Turlesner. Give him a call, 217-224-5586. And again, you can find him at 12th and Harrison. Lindsay, if you want to jump in here, you can.
Sorry guys, I was out to the left getting Andy a space
that's
there.
Right, yeah, it's hard to get us all in here when we're in close quarters.
Very tight corner up here at the Panther Den.
Well, final thoughts. And he recapped it pretty well there. And look, it's tough right now. It's tough for this group. And like he said, the thing is they're not going to score average 65 a game or even 50 a game for that matter. So they hung in defensively for three quarters or so, but until they again develop that, as he talked about, consistency of taking care of the ball and running their offense the way that they want to, they're going to have a tough time, picking up some of these wins.
Yeah, I mean, basketball's an unpredictable sport. So like he said, right, an hour before you leave Quincy, one of your players don't get on the bus, and then you got to change your game plan. So that's definitely not what a coach wants to do. And then you come in here, and then one big isn't doing as well, but then other big shows up and has a great game. So like I said, it's unpredictable. So I agree with him, though. I mean, if this group stays together and they have less than 15 turnovers, they're dangerous. I mean, you watch Parker Douglas all night, pit pocket Sims, and I think he did a great job on defense. They had, like you said, great defensively. Just got to get that offense moving, get the leopard ball early. Clausell did a good job. His mid-range is good. So I think if they put that together tomorrow night, I think Springfield might, maybe they're shocked. Maybe QHS comes out and they shock them a little bit.
We shall see, and that's what we got for you tomorrow night. Again, it's a 4:30 sophomore tip-off, scheduled 6 o'clock varsity tomorrow night for Quincy and Springfield in non-conference action. We'll have it for you right here. WGEM Smart TV app, news app, and WGEM.com as well. For Lindsey Fisher, I'm Brock Hampsmeyer saying so long from the Panther Den in East Moline. Again, this broadcast brought to you in part by Quincy Medical Group, Orthopedics, and Sports Medicine. Oh, I forgot one more thing. I almost failed here. Got to get that MVP of the game in there, sponsored by Mercantile Bank, a United Community Bank. Good thing I caught myself before I was about to say goodnight there. Obviously, a little bit of slim pickings here, but I think when you couple the defensive end and then obviously the only guy in double figures tonight, I think we got to go with Jewels, right?
Yeah, I mean, he does a good job. Each and every time I've seen him play, just plays so hard. So I'm agree with you on that. Only double figures on the Blue Devils tonight. So, yeah, he came in there late a little bit, getting a couple points, but it's when they needed it, and they kind of made a spark. So, yeah, I agree with you on that. I think Clausell did a great job.
So the sophomore, 10 points, 3 buckets, and 3 for 4 at the line. He'll get the nod for the Blue Devil MVP. And, again, those are sponsored by Mercantile Bank, a United Community Bank. And now we can say goodnight from the Quad Cities. And we'll see you tomorrow night from Blue Devil Gym. Again, pregame hopefully 5:45. Tip-off scheduled for 6 o'clock tomorrow night. We'll have more Blue Devil basketball for you right here on WGEM. Good night, everybody.